Is your memory not quite like what it used to be, leaving you wondering what can be the cause and how can it be fixed? Hello and welcome back to Dr. Saalaar channel. I'm Dr. Fatima and today we are going to talk about early signs of dementia and some natural ways that we can prevent it or even slower its progression. So, let's go! Dementia isn't a single disease. It's actually an umbrella term describing a range of symptoms affecting your memory, cognitive function, and your ability to do your daily activities. Picture your brain as a supercomputer. Now imagine if that computer starts to lag, freeze, or even shut down. In simple terms, that is what dementia does. You might be surprised, but dementia is quite prevalent. And globally, 55 million people live with dementia. Okay, now let's talk about why does it happen? Our brains are made up of millions of nerve cells called neurons. And these neurons communicate with each other by sending messages. And dementia simply disrupts this messaging system. Factors like age, protein buildup, and decreased blood flow can all interfere with the brain's messaging routes, leading to the symptoms of dementia. Alright, now let's talk about who is at risk for getting dementia. Well, age is the first risk factor. The risk of dementia increases after 65 years old. But it's not a strictly old person's disease. There are early onset forms of dementia that can affect people as young as their 40s or their 50s. Another risk factor for getting dementia is genetics. If it runs in your family, well, there is a higher chance that you get it too. The next risk factor is lifestyle, something that you can change. Smoking, excessive alcohol consumption, lack of exercise, and poor diet can all contribute to getting dementia. Conditions like high cholesterol, diabetes, and hypertension can also increase your risk. Alright, now let's talk about some early signs of dementia that you should not ignore. The first sign is memory loss. Memory loss in dementia happens because of the damage to your hippocampus. Hippocampus is a region in your brain which is involved in formation and retrieval of your memories. As neurons degrade and connections are lost, your memory function is also decreased. But don't panic. Occasional forgetfulness, like misplacing the keys, is common. However, in dementia, you might forget having found the keys or not remembering ever using them. The next sign that you might notice is difficulty completing the familiar tasks. Your brain's ability to plan and execute tasks is compromised. Neuronal loss in areas responsible for executive function and motor skills can lead to this symptom. While anyone could momentarily forget a step in a process, but someone with dementia might consistently struggle with the tasks they've done their whole life, like tying their shoes or even making coffee. Another sign that you might notice is confusion with time and place. This sign happens because the brain's orientation capabilities deteriorate, and the parts responsible for understanding time sequences and spatial awareness get affected. It is normal to momentarily forget the day of the week, but people with dementia can lose the track of larger spans of time, like seasons or years, or even feel lost in a very familiar place. The next sign of dementia is having trouble understanding the visual information. Dementia-related visual problems involve what has already been seen, so you can't say it's because of vision issues like cataract. It can be seen as misadjusting distances or having trouble reading despite having good eye health. And the last sign that we are going to talk about is having problems with speaking or writing. Don't worry, it's okay to occasionally forget a word or lose the train of thoughts. But in dementia, the lapses become frequent, and individuals may use incorrect or invented words, repeat themselves, or have trouble following conversations. Alright, now that we somehow know how dementia affects our brain, let's talk about some natural ways to prevent it or slow down its progression. The first thing to do is having physical exercise. Studies showed that older adults who engaged in regular physical activities had a lower risk of developing dementia. Exercise improves blood flow to the brain, reduces inflammation, and can lead to the release of neuroprotective chemicals. So it is recommended to engage in at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity every week. This can be a brisk walk, cycling, or swimming. The next thing that you can do to shield yourself from getting dementia is having a healthy diet. The Mediterranean diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, olive oil, fish, and whole grains, has been linked to brain health. There are studies which have shown that adherence to this diet can lead to a reduced risk of cognitive decline. The next thing to do is cognitive training. You can do that by doing puzzles, reading, or learning a new skill or a new language. There are studies which indicated that cognitive training could improve memory, reasoning, and processing speed in older adults, potentially delaying the onset of cognitive decline. Another thing that is really important is your sleep hygiene. Some studies showed a connection between poor sleep and the buildup of amyloid plaques in your brain. These plaques are a hallmark of Alzheimer's disease, which can lead to dementia. So having a quality sleep can help the brain to clear the waste products. And the last thing that is really important for your brain health is to have social engagement. The research shows that individuals with strong social connections have a lower risk of developing dementia. Social interactions stimulate your brain potentially to build cognitive reserve. So make sure that you stay socially active, join clubs, volunteer, maintain friendships, and engage in group activities regularly. And there you have it, some easy ways to prevent dementia or even slow down its progression. Thank you for watching until the end of this video. If you found it useful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share it with your friends. Until the next video, bye!